Hey guys, it's Alyssa with the Andrews Archives, and today we're going to dive into the lore of Magic the Gathering, Lorwyn Eclipsed. And how I'm doing this is kind of going back in time to talk about Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, what happened to make them into this eclipse realm. So let's get into it. Lorwyn is a place of perpetual midsummer. It's warm, it's bright, peaceful, it's very mythical and fairy tale-esque. There's several different creatures here that roam the land. We have the Kithkin, the tree folk, boggarts, elves, merfolk, flamekin, giants, and fairies. And we will get into those all in a little while. Elves here, and they are favored and feared. They are supreme to the lesser races, and I would say they're very vain. One thing about Lorwyn, though, is it is peaceful in the sense that they all hold on to the tradition that they have, and there's a sense of community. So I think that's really important to note before we get into Shadowmoor. So how Shadowmoor happens is the Great Aurora. Every 3 centuries, Lorwyn undergoes this Great Aurora, which is a magical transformation that turns day into eternal dusk. So the plains and inhabitants also change along with the land. They become completely different. They turn into something darker. They don't know their past selves. They are twisted, and it's really a struggle to survive when everything changes into Shadowmoor. The Kithkin, they were once friendly. They grow paranoid and hostile. Merfolk become assassins and were previously helpful. Boggarts turn vicious, who were previously playful little troublemakers. Tree folk become murderous. Giants become wrathful and destructive. The flamekin were once bright and transcendent. They become smoking skeletons that are fueled by vengeance. And the elves even transform into brave protectors instead of those vain elitists they were previously. There is one race, though, that is at the heart of the cycles, and this is the fairies. I just want to note that the fairies are really the one race that is kind of in control of everything happening with Lorwyn and Shadowmoor, the Great Aurora. All of it is at the center, and that is because of Queen Oona. She is the queen of the fairies, and I want to give you a little bit about her because I find that this is so important to understanding what's happening in Lorwyn Eclipsed. So hidden deep within Lorwyn's glens is Queen Oona, and she's not an ordinary ruler. She's almost woven into the plane itself. She orchestrated the Great Aurora. She uses the cycles to preserve her memories, her body, and her control. And this control is something that's very important. She almost controls the other fairies. She uses them to see what's going on. They're very into gossip. It just shows how much she affects everything else in the plane. Her moods and desires shape that reality. If she's joyful, sorrowful, or feeling wrath, that echoes in Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. It affects every creature, forest, glen, and she's almost the axis that the plane turns on. So getting into the eclipse, the Aurora ended up coming early, and Oona feared that she would lose her memories, her control, so she created a duplicate of herself, and this was in Maralen. So she actually kills Maralen and puts her memories, her soul in this body to preserve herself. But what ends up happening is Maralen has access to those memories. She sees kind of what a horrible person Queen Oona is, just awful. and she gains awareness and starts refusing to obey what she's told to do. Her and several others rally together to try to defeat Queen Oona. Now, I want to note some of these other important characters because they really allied with Maralen. They came together even though they were different races. So, Reese,
Brigid,
Sig, Aisling, and also Kulfiner. Together, they worked to bring down Oona. And the biggest one to note is Griffith. This was an elf who ended up sacrificing himself to sever the link Oona had. She was siphoning the elf's life force, and by him sacrificing himself, he weakened her, and Maralen was able to take this moment to use Aisling's elemental power, and they were able to destroy Oona's physical body. So they defeated her, which was a step in the right direction. Now, with Queen Oona gone and that link severed, the planes began to fuse. So the light and dark started to bleed together, and the boundaries of Lorwyn and Shadowmoor became blurred. These transitional zones became known as the Eclipse Realms, which leads us into Lorwyn Eclipsed. So lands and creatures from both sides are coexisting. It's kind of an uneasy harmony, and I want to show you some amazing cards that I have seen so far. They are showing both planes, the light, the dark, Lorwyn and Shadowmoor,
going into each of the lands for both of the planes. It also has some of our main characters from the Rebellion, like Sig and Aisling.
If you're excited to explore this world or learn about different realms, please stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, and welcome to our channel.